What's up, guys? Blue Sun JRPGs here. Just doing a quick video till I get my 1985 video done. If you guys aren't familiar with the new series, I'm doing a series about the history of RPGs, JRPGs, and Western RPGs with some strategy RPGs as well too. I do want to do a quick apology for my voice. I just went to a soccer game yesterday and I was cheering like crazy, so my voice is a little bit killed. But it's my PS3 collection. It's probably the collection I haven't done the most on, but it's probably the collection I'm actually adding to the most still at this point, just because it's so cheap. So the first game is, of course, Hyperdimension Neptunia Victory V. Pretty good game. I definitely think it's better than the original, which is, of course, Hyperdimension Neptunia. I actually talked about this being one of my most disappointing series there are. This was a series that I thought had so much potential. Specifically this game, I thought this game had so much potential. I think it has an amazing story, but the combat is so bad. And I'm not somebody who's crazy about combat, but this game was really just kind of unplayable based off the combat. But it's a cool story as well too, and it's like $8, so I definitely would recommend picking it up if you guys are RPG fans. No, not all these games are going to be RPGs or JRPGs, but the majority will be JRPGs or stuff in that genre. Rune Factory Tides of Destiny. I haven't played this, but you can clearly see it has that RPG look to it. Looks pretty cool. I mean, I'll probably never get around to playing it. I've got so much games to play, but Final Fantasy X and X2, little collector's edition. I think I have all these Final Fantasy games on like 30 or 40 different variations. Crazy. But cool little art book it comes with too. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen this, and it's probably like $5 or $6 nowadays too, so can't go wrong with that. Resonance of Fate. Didn't play too much of this game. Wasn't really that impressed with it, and most people aren't actually big fans of this game either. But a cool game to have nonetheless. X-Blaze Code Embryo. Another cool game. Tales of Symphonia Chronicles. One of my favorite Tales games, actually. Vesperia is my favorite. And I'm not the biggest Tales guy, so maybe you'll kill me if you say this isn't the best one, but I actually do have a really cool Tales game coming up too, so make sure you stick forward to that. So Tales of Xillia 2. I preferred this over the original Tales of Xillia. I think I might be in the minority about that, but I think it's a good game. Then, of course, Tales of Xillia 1. Pretty generic game. I think the PS3 was kind of known for the generic JRPGs. Time and Eternity. Haven't played this game, but you get the NIS developer. I love NIS, so pretty much anything from NIS I'll buy. Persona 4 Arena. Obviously not an RPG. Kind of a dancing game. Sorry, this is actually a fighting game. I'm thinking of dancing on like Persona 4 Arena was a fighting game. We're using the Persona characters, which is pretty awesome. Final Fantasy 13 2. Everybody loves lightning. I don't mind Final Fantasy 13. A lot of people hate Final Fantasy 13, but for me it's a pretty cool game. This is actually the game I was talking about. It's probably the rarest game I have as far as the PS3 goes, especially for Western audiences. I'm not sure how available this game is in Europe, but this is a dual pack between Tales of Symphonia and then Tales of Grace's F. And the cool thing about all PS3 games, I guess, and all PlayStation games, is that they're completely region free. So you can play this game any region. It's a great way to buy it. I think I paid like maybe $10 for it. I don't even remember what it was, but something cheap. And you never see this game in the wild. You can even see the cover, the rating system is a little bit different than we have in the West, which is pretty cool. Tears to the Tiara 2. Or Tears to Tiara 2. Haven't played too much of this game. I guess it's based on an anime. I haven't seen the anime, and typically games based on animes aren't the best. So I'll probably stay away from that one. We've got Gundam Breaker, another Japanese import game. Really cool game. It's one of those games that you can play in any region as well. Disgaea 4, one of my absolute favorite RPGs on the system. One of my favorite RPGs of all time. Disgaea is an absolutely amazing game. If you guys are into strategy games, if you're into tactical RPGs, absolutely pick the Disgaea series up. Trails of Cold Steel, in my opinion, one of the absolute best JRPGs of all time, and definitely one of the best ones for the PlayStation 3. Now this is a really cool game, Folklore. I think a lot of people haven't played this game. It's obviously not an JRPG, but a pretty cool game nonetheless. You see you got the old school PlayStation 3 format with the cover case with the PlayStation 3 coming down the line. But really awesome game. I think that anybody who enjoys like fairy tales, anybody who enjoys RPGs, games like Fable, anything at all would enjoy picking this game up. It's debatable if this is like a shooter or RPG, but I think it's pretty cool. It's the Resistance triple pack. You know, I'm not the biggest fan of Resistance, but I saw this in GameStop for like $10, and I was like, triple pack of games. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna pick this up. Of course, Final Fantasy 13. Again, I do love Lightning. Everybody hates her, but what are you gonna do? Kingdom Hearts 1.5. Probably the definitive Kingdom Hearts in my opinion. Well, I haven't played the PS4 ones, so I can't say that, but definitely the best, definitely better than the PS2 version, I'll say that. The Awakened Fate Ultimatum, haven't played this one either. You know, it's an NIS game. NIS is really hit and miss. I do love NIS for some of the stuff they do, like Disgaea, and then Sword Art Online, and then they do some bad stuff as well too, like there's a bunch of games I guess they do. They just do a bunch of like, I guess, generic, bland JRPGs that are the JRPGs that a lot of people love to hate. White Knight Chronicles 2. This is a fantastic game. And I have the beginning one as well, kind of a backwards order, but White Knight Chronicles 1. So White Knight Chronicles 2 kind of did everything that White Knight Chronicles 1 did, but basically perfected it. Ni no Kuni, in my opinion, which is the definitive JRPG on the system. It's kind of the probably only PlayStation series where a Final Fantasy game isn't the definitive RPG. Altair, another great game. Valkyria Chronicles. This has to be the best RPG on the PlayStation 3. I know I just said Ni no Kuni, but thinking about it off the top of my head, this is actually it. One amazing game, guys. If you guys love strategy games, if you guys love tactical RPGs, even if you're not a fan of JRPGs, absolutely play this game because I think it's one of the best games there is. Lightning Returns. I think everybody's played Lightning Returns. Another good game if you like Final Fantasy 13, I guess. If you're not a big fan of Final Fantasy 13, you're probably not going to play that game and you're probably not going to enjoy it. But of course, we have Skyrim. And another copy of Skyrim for good measure. I have bought Skyrim on more platforms than any game. I think I have Skyrim on the PS2, not PS2, PS3, Xbox 360, Xbox One. I love this game, and I will keep continuing to buy this game on all the platforms they put it out on. It's that good. And then, of course, Shadow of Colossus and Ico combination. You know, I haven't played Ico too much, but the Shadow of Colossus was one of those games that blew me away. I remember playing this game, I think it was like freshman year for the PlayStation 2. I think it was even a couple years after it originally came out. And this game absolutely blew me away more than any game I've ever played before or since. And it's one of the best games I've ever played of all time. But that's my collection, guys. Nothing too crazy, but I think it's a pretty cool collection. And it's most of the good ones on the PlayStation 3. Be sure to check out my video on the history of RPGs. I just did 1984, and then 1985 is coming out in a couple days. But massive thanks, guys. I really appreciate all the support. And until next time, peace out.